I was made for this.
Hey y'all, hey Joe, it's your homie, it's your girl, KYLAHJO, and you already know, okay? As you clicked on today's video, this video's a little bit different. I've been seeing it every now and so on, on YouTube and all that, and I thought I should share my story and my thoughts of how YouTube has changed my life, not for the worse, but for the better. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And if you like what you see, a lot of people like what they see, obviously. So you might want to go ahead and subscribe, okay? So we're gonna get right into it. Yo, I have been on YouTube for years. If you scroll down, I have been doing videos upon videos. I got like 100 something videos on here on YouTube. And from what I've learned, that to sum it all up, not sum it all up, but the first thing is it takes consistency. It takes dedication. It takes basically how bad do you want it. And I started when I was in high school, and honestly, I played with YouTube. I played with it. It was like a little like, oh, let me just see. At first, when I was young back in middle school, I seen like people that I admired the most, which was like It's My Ray Ray, Shameless Maya, all them other girls, black women that I seen that looked like me that basically was doing YouTube. And I thought to myself, I was like, I want to do that. So my mom did when I was like 13, 14, around that time, I was in middle school. And she bought me a whole photography setup, like backdrop, lights and all that stuff, and she knew that I wanted to do it. And I had my little iPad set up, and my friends were watching my old bestie at the time, Ashani. I remember we did a video, it was like a bean boozle challenge or something like that with the beans and all that, and tried to attempt. And ever since then, I fell in love with the camera. But at that time, and now it's different now because it's different now. But at that time, I really had low confidence and low self-esteem. It ain't no excuse, but because you can still do it no matter where you come from. But I never really seen somebody in my environment to be like, if she did it, then I can do it too, So it was really all in me, which it always is in you, how bad do you want it per se, but it really depends on you, of course, but you never really had like a model per se of like, okay, this, not no model, we talking about like online, we talking about model like in person, And over time, I really struggled with the confidence in me in my videos. Of course I was doing them, but I wasn't doing it consistently. And I'm just being honest with you guys because this is part of my journey on YouTube. But it's like I have my moments of like putting content, then I would stop. I would get caught up in the numbers and all that type of stuff back then. I'm just telling y'all my story. But I would get caught up in the numbers, wouldn't really believe in myself 1 minute, then I'd quit for a little while, then I'd come back, the views ain't the same. So till now, I have completely understand that you really have to, in the root of doing YouTube, you have to really believe. You have to believe, not know like believe sometime, believe, then I believe. We talking about you have to really have faith and also believe in yourself that you can do it with this YouTube. You can make it with this YouTube. Of course, as of now, it's so popular, but back then it wasn't popular. I probably could have chances of me blowing up, back then. But I just believe that, for me personally, I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I'm glad that I didn't have what they call it, fame and the audience when I was young, because I know that I probably would have mishandled money. I would have not been ready enough to maintain what I've been wanting this far. And now I've come to a place where I'm ready for all that now. And I really do believe that I know that sometimes as creators out here, probably watching me right now, that we want things to happen when we want it, but maybe God is telling you like not right now. There's some things that I need you to do in the meantime, in the preparation, before you get all that. And then when you do get all that, you need to ask God, help me maintain this, help me be mature, help me be able to manage the money right. Now it's different now. I look at YouTube way different now. I'm so confident in myself, believe in myself. Now I know what I want. Now I know what my channel is going to be about now, what KYLAHJO is going to be about. This is just the number one thing I will say to anybody when it comes to YouTube, that you have to really believe in yourself. Can't nobody put that in you, only but you. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't expect people to support you if you don't even support your own self. So you have to really support you and rock with you and what you do, whatever that thing may be. Not even just YouTube, whether it's your career, not your career, but whether it's something that you know, love doing, even if it's not this, that you have to really want it. If you have to really like what you do. Because if you don't, then it's gonna show that you don't really like YouTube. You don't really like what you do. All my problem was that I didn't have the confidence or the belief. And I used to really beat myself up about it. And I had a whole lot of expectation on me because I didn't take the college route because I wanted to be a social media creator. Do I have any regrets of me not taking the college route? I want to say no per se, but there's always, you know, I can always go back to school or take classes if I want to. If you say you want to do this, then you should do it. Don't have one foot in, one foot out, because you're holding up the process. You're logging the the thing that you want the most. So it's like, how bad do you really want it? That's all I wanted to say on that before I really get into the notes of how YouTube changed my life. I wanted somebody to know that, like, you have to really believe, and have faith in yourself. And if you don't have the confidence or the, you know, the drive or the dedication, ask God to help you with that. Because all the things that I have right now is because of God. I'm super glad that I have a relationship with God, that I can be able to confess and be able to be vulnerable with, and just tell them like, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. And God, may you help me, you know, give me the tools or the resources to help me fix that. So I just want to start that out with, like, you gotta believe. Let's get into how other things of how YouTube changed my life. First of all, like I said, confidence. Confidence came a long way over time of me being confident. I wasn't really confident in myself when it came to speaking and overall just being me. I had a huge problem with my identity of like really stepping out and really being me. Basically, like I didn't have no confidence starting out, none whatsoever. Didn't have no self, my self was into everybody else, seeking validation. Didn't have no confidence. I can say that proud. I did not have no confidence. I had splits, I had a facade of being confident, but that's why I never really touched on confidence in my YouTube videos, because I rather talk about something and have experience and know how to get over that or how to become that person. So that's why I don't really touch on confidence, because I used to struggle with confidence. But now I have gotten to a place where I am becoming more confident in myself. But then I also want to touch on like a little bit of fear too. I used to have a lot of fear. I used to do a lot of things that it was driven with fear as well. So fear cannot get in the way of YouTube or anything else. Like, don't let fear get in the way of anything that you're doing, because it will stop. Know this, fear will only make you stop. It will slow you down. And I even watched an interview with Cat Williams, and he was talking about how that fear will slow you down. And fear has absolutely slowed me down. It's stopped me from doing a lot of stuff, missed out on a lot of opportunities, or just overall, like, fear would not Nah. And fear is only a feeling. It's temporary. It's not even real. But the second one is being myself no matter what. I have officially learned to be myself. At 22 years old, honestly, I have fully, authentically on my YouTube now. I would say 2022 is when I came to a point where I want to be authentically me, and whether that's good or bad, but just more so just like being who Milani is and not pretending to be somebody else or trying to fit in and all the case or whatever the case may be. Like, I finally have come to a point where I am, what you see is what you get, and I have no shame. I will never ever settle or pretend, or I will never do that, because that's how you get wrapped up in your identity and knowing who you are and not knowing who you are, and you're so fixated on other people and just people pleasing. And I have became more confident in being myself because of the fact that I'm no longer trying to put on a mask or try to a facade of something that I am not. You can kind of see that through my videos, of course. That's why I said progression is so key to this, because you're going to progress. Your first video, you're not going to identify with that person no more. I mean, unless you know, I guess, but you know, you're going to change through your first video and your later on videos, present video. Y'all gonna be two different people and two different environments, two different lifetimes from now. So the person that I started with, that first video, Milan, I don't know who she is. You know, I love her dearly, but we gotta let go of that. And that's how you know you have evolved. You will evolve on your YouTube for sure. You will. I've become very, like, you know, being myself, and people love that when you be yourself, because that means they can have a connection with you. And that what we lead to is, the next thing we lead to is connections. I have met so many people on YouTube. I have met so many YouTuber friends on this app, and just overall connection with my audience, which is my Joes. It's just a good feeling where one person can tell you, like, I feel the same way, or I needed this, and like, oh my God, you're so right. Like, it's just relatability. That's what us humans need on YouTube to really have longevity, or just overall have like a good fan base, is when you have a connection with your audience. You gotta have a connection. If you don't have a connection with your audience, then they're not gonna be here for a while, because they all like, well, you don't really care about us per se. But you know, I don't know. It's just best to have a connection with your audience. You know, y'all hang with each other for a long period of time. Like, you know, you gotta have a connection, because you're gonna see some things that your creator does that, you know, you're like, oh my God, she does that too. Like, or she feels that way. I feel that way too myself. Like, oh my God, that is crazy that she feels this way, because I feel the same way too. And that's how come y'all have a connection. And yeah, but as far as friendships, like, I have gained so many friends, and like internet friends. And honestly, man, them internet friends, of course, you know, you never know until you meet them in person, of course, but them internet friends, they go a long way than blood. They go a long way than your personal friends, to be honest, because, you know, I'm gonna just say, as far as like having content creator friends, but content creator friends and y'all in the same business, like, it hits different. It really does. It really hits different, because y'all both can understand each other when it comes to YouTube or just overall content creation. It's like a co-worker, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all both working for this company, and y'all can relate on some things, and just overall y'all can give each other tips and tricks, and you know, but just try not to compare. That's another thing too. You can't compare against your content creator friends, because everybody's journey is different. One may take 1 year or 2 years, one may take 3 months. For me, it's taken me years, you know, and that's fine with that. That's fine with me. I'm okay with my journey, because I know there's a time and place for KYLAHJO to hit. and she will hit. She's already hitting. She's already rocket ship. Just try not to compare. Don't compare what your friends or whomever that you look up to on YouTube. Like, don't compare. That's where you can really get lost in why you're doing YouTube. Seeing this person get views or seeing your favorite YouTuber get views, like, you get lost in that. So just remind yourself that my time will come, and it is a process. This is a journey. This is not a marathon. If you get caught up in the numbers, you will not last long. If your only validation is seeking through numbers and views, then you're gonna have to really take a step back. Take a step back and really reevaluate what you're doing, why you're doing it. Numbers are like a roller coaster. It go up and down, up and down. Look at your favorite YouTuber channel. Do you see their views the same? It's not the same. It's always up and down, because at the end of the day, people are going to like what they like. People are going to watch what they want to watch. Just like how you watch what you want to watch on here. You're going to watch certain videos that you may not watch on other people's channels, or just overall, like going to someone's channel and you see this video, you're like, oh, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch this one, you know? So everybody got their own preference. So just remind yourself that it's like a television program. You know, everybody got their own TV shows they want to watch. Everybody got their own movies they want to watch. And, you know, you just got to realize that. The next is how YouTube changed my life was my creativity, expanding my creativity, editing skills, all that stuff. I have changed, of course, as far as my editing and all that, but, you know, it's helping me to expand my creativity as far as like how I want my, you know, my vlogs to be storytelling. I'm really learning storytelling now. Just overall like the cinematic type of feel, because that Real Me Meet Milan episode of when I was going through a situationship that lasted for 6 years, I really do like that video because it kind of gave like that cinematic. I really felt like I was tapping into my mom's spirit of like, you know, like filmmaking and all that. And I really do low-key like that, because I don't know, it just really, and it did well too, but it just really, that cinematic feel, man, it does hit different. I see why a lot of people like cinematic vlogs. And I think sooner, actually, I'll get into cinematic vlogs, because I feel a little bit like creative more when I do cinematic than I do like regular vlogs and just talking to the camera like, hey guys, you know. And it's more entertaining too, instead of just always having the camera up and just like, hey guys, just talking. Like, I don't want to like constantly talk to you guys when it comes to vlogs. I just want y'all to see. And that's how I've been feeling like when it comes to my vlogs. Like, I just want y'all just to watch like it's a movie. Y'all figure out your speculations. You figure out the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, you figure it out. Like, oh, she's right here. I wonder what she's doing, how she's feeling, you know? But anyway, that's just how I feel. That's off topic. But that's how YouTube changed my life as far as my creativity. Then lastly but not least is getting out of my comfort zone. I have gotten out of my comfort zone with YouTube so much. I have traveled to different places because of YouTube. I have tried different things, places, just overall everything, man. I've gotten out of my comfort zone. If it wasn't for YouTube, baby, I'll probably be the same. Like, I wouldn't be this if it was for YouTube. If it wasn't for me to really use my voice. And that's the number one thing, y'all. Use your voice no matter what it is. And this is my mission for the people. You know, this is for the people that I'm speaking for, the voiceless, the ones who wants to say something but scared to say. Speaking for the ones who don't know their voice, who don't recognize their own voice. Speaking for the voice that know they have a voice but doesn't know how to use it. And that's my mission statement on YouTube. No matter what I put out, I am using my voice. Because at one point in time, I'm very shy. I still am a little bit, but I'm very introvert. I'm very quiet. I don't really say too much unless spoken to. When I turn the camera on, I be myself. And in public, like turning off the camera, I'm more of, you know, being who I am as well too. So it's just, YouTube has definitely changed my life for the better. It helps me to continue to use my voice, speaking on things, how I feel, and giving you guys a different perspective. Because just by using your voice, you can change someone's life and make them feel like they can speak on things too. So this is why I do what I do, because at one point in time I was voiceless. I didn't say too much, I didn't say nothing. Suppress a lot of stuff, quiet, don't say nothing. Let people say what they say, or let people walk all over you, and you know. And now I'm like, no, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. And I stand tall in it, okay? But yeah, y'all, so I just wanted to let you guys know of how YouTube changed my life and still is changing my life. And of course, we can always say money, of course, but money comes and goes. But we're talking about the roots of how YouTube can change your life besides money, you know. And I could have put money down there because money has changed. YouTube has changed my life when it comes to money, of course, more abundance and all that, and we're appreciative of that. But besides all that, I want to make sure that y'all know that there's other ways. There's other ways that YouTube can change your life besides money, because that's the main motive of why people is on this app, because of money. And it's like, okay, no. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys so much, and make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Love y'all. You got this, girl. Make that channel today. You got it. Use your voice. It's already in you. It's in you, girl. It's in you, Joe. You got it. Go ahead and make that channel. What you always wanted to do. You got it.